Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. So welcome everyone, welcome new subscribers. We're super excited to have you at the Little Yellow House, and I wanted to tell you about this new challenge that I'm going to work really hard to accomplish this month of April. This is hashtag ABCApril 2025. ABC April 2025. And this is a collaboration from Margaret at 7 Plaza and Tony at Crafty by Tony. Okay, so I see here I've got, I don't even know if you can see that with my, I don't know if you can see that, but let's see. I'm going to grab a pen. At 7 Plaza and at Crafty by Tony. And you could go to those YouTubes and you'll hear all about this collaboration and this challenge. And I hope that you will, I hope that you'll try to do some of these too. So it's the whole month of April, and anything that you do on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, hashtag ABC April 2025, and it'll, we'll all be able to find what everybody's doing. It's going to be super exciting. So basically what it is every day of the month except Sundays is assigned a different letter. And you can do all of them if you want, or maybe there's one that you just want to pick and choose. I've kind of circled letters of the ones I thought I could do and get done. And that is my goal. I'm hoping to do at least two a week. We'll see how it goes, okay? But here are some suggestions that they have done. And if you go over to their YouTube, I believe it's gonna, you'll be able to get these as well. So, but I'll hold it up and maybe you can see, but you don't, these are all just suggestions. So today is the first day and I'm very, very excited about it. And the suggestions were, but of course you could do whatever you want, is antique, acetate, accordion, altered something, or archive. And there's many, many more that you could do, but those are the ones I think I'm gonna stick to accordion for today. And I had an idea that I wanted to share with you, so I'm gonna get right to it. So we're basically looking at different ways to journal. And so you may remember this from a while back that I did from an Altoid can. And I just altered an Altoid can, and inside is a little accordion journal. And so this is one way that you could make an accordion journal. It's basically just little cards, and what I did was I just took some little tea cards that were in the Junk Journal Studios, one of the, I want to say it was the Botanical, and I just hinged them all together with a little piece of scrap fabric. You can see there. So that's really a fun way to do an accordion journal. But today I wanted to, in anticipation of an upcoming to be announced or to be done nature journal, because my other journal is just getting too full, my garden journal, so this one's going to be a nature journal. Anyways, in anticipation of that, I wanted to make some accordion pages to put in there. So I thought I would try to get two done. So one of them is just off of vintage ledger paper that I've coffee dyed at some point. And then this one is just a piece of digital that I have in my stash. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember where I got it. I'm sure I did an Etsy share on it if you want to look at some of my Etsy shares. And then what I did was I'm trying to use what I have, as you know, this year. And so I went back through some of my digitals that were on cardstock because I wanted them to be on cardstock. And I just pulled some. And so these are from just different random digitals. They're all from, you know, many different ones. Some of them I recognize, but others I don't. So as far as like who is the designer, and I really do apologize, but at some point I know I did an Etsy share on them. Okay, here's another thing that I found that I wanted to put in. Okay, so what I want to do is I want my pages to go like this, and I'm going to, oh, on this one, because it was just one-sided, I stenciled a Kathy Holden stencil on the back. So anyways, I want a page to be able to go into my journal. And so I'm just going to fold a small, just a small section. Now I'll either sew that in the signature, or I'll use this to flip in to a page. So I don't know which one. It's fine either way. But I am, before I get started with it, so I don't forget, I just want to kind of put a little vintage photo on this scene here. I don't think I'm going to do it to the other one, to this one, because I just like the coffee dye the way this is. But I am going to do the same thing here, is I'm going to fold it, you know, enough to either use it to put in a journal or to have it kind of as a flip in. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I will, just so I can see. I really want to be able to see where I'm folding to, so I'm just going to put this here just for my own sake. Okay. And then my plan is, and I practiced on, sort of, like, to get an idea. I used my glue book to get an idea. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to, do you remember when we used to fan fold? So I'm just going to try to be straight. This is real obvious if you're not straight because of the lines. So I'm folding a little bit back, and then I'm folding forward. And what I'd like to do is, instead of a fan where we did them all the same, you know, all the same to where they kind of like what I did here, these were all kind of the same, you know. What I want to do now is I want to fold the new ones that I'm making today. I want to fold them kind of cascading like that, so that they're out like that. So I'm not measuring anything. I'm just folding, and it could be a mistake not measuring, but we'll see. Okay, so I folded one, and then I'm going to do this one again, back, and then I'm going to fold again forward. Okay, and then back again, and then I'll probably just go forward one more time. Can. This is like kind of like folding kind of a thinner cardstock. It's pretty hefty. Okay, got it. Okay, now just so you and I can see it, I am gonna go ahead. I think what I'll do is just take this. This is archival coffee, and I think just so that we can see it, I'm just going to dab it on here on that edge a little bit so we can see. Okay, for now. Okay, I hope this is going to turn out. In my head, it turns out. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is what we have. And then I'm just going to get this real good. And I haven't thought through the back. The back could be pockets. I don't know. I just don't know. But the back, as you can see, I didn't... If you measured it, you could use these as little pockets. So I don't know what I'm going to do at the back. That's a ad hoc situation there. Okay, so I have that one. All right, so now this one. Let's see if I can think through the back. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can think that far. It's like Sudoku for me. But let's see if we can kind of cascade the back too, and then maybe we can use those for pockets. We'll see. I want it to be, this one's not gonna, it may not have as many as this one does because it's a much smaller piece of paper. You can tell when you don't have it very straight at all because it buckles. Okay. Okay, so that one's a little bit cascading too. It's very crooked. Of course. Okay, now what am I doing? This is still very crooked. I think it's this one that's crooked. It's weird because each of the little sections look about right. Maybe it's this one that's crooked. I can't quite tell. Oh, I think it's this one that's crooked. We'll see. It's better. Okay. Okay, so this one's going to go this way. Still crooked. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. It's a junk journal. Okay. And I think I'm going to just run this along the edges too. Okay. Okay. Now, what to do? All right. So, I want it to fold this way and this way and this way and this way. So I don't know that I can glue it yet. If I glue it at all, I don't know. All right, but here's my thought. So what I want to do is I want to glue these. Excuse my reach. I want to glue these on, but the entire thing. Did I have that backwards? Okay, I need one more fold here. Need this fold here because that is the fold for the other page. So this is where it's going to go into the other book. Okay, so it's going to go like this. Okay, so this is going to go, we're not going to do anything on this one because that's going to go in the other page. Same with this. So I need to... is that going to work? Let me see here. Is this going to work? Okay, so that is going to go on the other page. I think I'm going to have to add here because I didn't make it big enough to go in the other page. Let's do that now, because if I don't do it now, trouble will happen. Let's see. Bear with, please. Thank you. Just looking for a long sheet. What is this? Okay, so like, will that fit? Yes. All right. So yeah, I've already messed up. Or I just, it's kind of one of those things where I'm thinking through it as I go. Do you ever do that? Thinking through it as I go. Okay, so this is going to be the part that goes into the signature or gets glued to the other page. Okay, so let's just kind of do this before we get it all glued or whatever. Okay, so that's going to go like that. That's fine. Totally fine. Okay. I'm talking myself down. That's fine. That's totally fine. And you know, you guys, one of the reasons I love junk journaling is, if you remember, I've talked about this before. I'm a perfectionist. Somehow that landed on me, and I don't know how I got that way. And I've been working very hard at not being a perfectionist. Not that there is anything wrong with wanting things done a certain way or anything like that. But for me, it can be a little compulsive. And so junk journaling has been one of the things that has really helped me in understanding that things don't have to be perfect. And I really love that about junk journaling. And I love that mistakes create, like that. See how that tore? That's okay. Mistakes create a whole new way to be creative. It's a whole new way. So now look at how nice this looks. It looks very vintage because of that little tear. Okay, so this is going there. Okay, so now here, let's go. That goes like that. Yes. Okay. All right. So from where the book, where it's going to be stitched into the signature to wherever I glue things, it needs to be within 5.5 inches, because that is about the size. My journal book goes to 6. So see, that's going to be, if I glue that right there, that's going to be too wide. Will it work here? And once you get your boundary one, okay, so that's 5.5. So that one, everything, I can measure everything by that, because that is about, well, yeah, it's a little under 5.5, but everything can be measured by this one, okay? So I'm going to get that in, and basically what I'm going to do is just glue that down. I'm going to start by just doing it like this and see what happens. Okay. All right. Now, let's put some more on. So all I'm doing now is I'm just making it to where you have all these neat little places to write. Okay, that's going to poke out too far. That looks pretty there, doesn't it? Let's see what this one looks like. I like it. Okay. So another thing is, if we only do this part of it, we can also put something in it that way. I mean, there's so many possibilities. I like the thought of an accordion like this in your book because it's interactive, you know. And junk journaling is definitely interactive. It's also a way for you to journal like you haven't journaled before. Oops. That wasn't necessary. Got my little wipey here. Okay. Fun. And we have a little pocket there if we want. Okay. All right. Remember that folds in like that. Now this one could go on the back and flip out. Let's see what if it would. So we'll see what happens on the back. This is all kind of one of those things where we're experimenting, which is also another fun thing of junk journaling. I think I'm also going to make this a pocket. So what I did was I went through some of my ephemera, just digitals in general, and to see what could I use that is, might have gone too wide on that again, but what can I use to put in a nature garden journal, because I'm really wanting to start a new one. Okay, cute. That's going to be folded right there. I like for them to have like different widths. We still have this one back here too. This first one that I needed something a little bit more narrow. I wonder if that'll work. It's still too wide. But these smaller ones would work. Yeah, we could put a bunch of small ones there. Or really, since that one, nope, let's do it. Let's just keep on. Let's see, that needs to come up. Okay. I'm kind of putting some of them on as pockets and see what happens, you know. I just don't want it to poke out from this too far. Then I also have some other ephemera cut. So I brought some of my ephemera books here to decorate if we want to. How are we doing on time? Okay, I kind of have a feeling that I don't have a lot of time. We may only do one because something is going on with my phone and internet, and I'm afraid that this is going to cut off. Yeah, so I think that's fun to have that kind of poking out a little bit. Let's just do halvesies on it. Anyways, yeah, so I'm a little nervous about going too long. I thought maybe I would have some time, but might be too. I need to scooch it in a little bit. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's just finish this one, and if it does cut off, I'm really super sorry about that, and I hope that I need one more thing, and I hope that you'll still do this, have fun with it. Okay, I'm just looking for something gardeny or this is fun. Oh, it's not a cardstock. I'm looking for cardstock because I want it to be able to turn. Okay, how about that? Yeah. Gonna be super cute, I think. But I want to look at the back and see what happens. Okay. All right, so this is going to be the page. So you'll be able to turn it like that. We'll see this. That one is completely down. That one is a pocket. But again, everything that's in the pocket needs to be within that amount. So I'll find some little ditties to put in here. And then that one would be nice to have something over it. So that's fun. We can decorate the backs. Okay. So that's a little pocket can go in there. Okay. I'm just wondering how I think I keep this just the way it is. I can't, because then you can pull it out like that. And I really like that. So I think I'm just going to do the same thing on this side, you know? So we need to keep it all about the same. Because if this is in there, so I think it all just has to be compact on like this, you know? We're going to do it. So that's not a pocket, so I'm going to put this down. And I don't know, I want you to have some writing room. That's one of the main things. But some of these are just not going to be that way, I don't think. Okay, so an important factor is this has to get past that fold there. Okay, that's done. Yeah, I think these are all going to be too big. So I need to work on some smaller ones, because it has to be able to go in the page, and that's barely going to make it. So if this is in the page, I think that'll still work. I think this will still work here. I'm going to try it. I need to get this in a journal so we can see if it worked. Probably would work better if you made it like this, then put it in the journal. I'm wondering. Then put it in the journal and then see where, you know, how do you want things to go. Okay, so far so good. That's going to work. That is going to work. So this I want to go ahead and get down, because I've got half of it down, half of it not down, and I think it's going to tear if I don't get it down. Yeah, I think it's still going to work out. And I really like it too. Okay, so now that's our fold. So that's our fold, and so this is going over it, so that's not going to work. So it needs to be in one of these that isn't going to go over that. Okay, so that one probably won't work. That'll work. I go over the, there we go. Okay, still, everything is still working. Good. Just putting some pretties on this side. How are we doing up here on our time? Okay, I have a few minutes. It's the only reason I'm hesitating on time is because where it says how much time I have to film, it looks like it's not going to give me much time. I think this will be pretty. In this new journal that I want to do, I want to include fishing, you know, too. That's why I decided to do a nature journal instead of a, you know, just a simple garden journal, because my grandson is fishing now. And I don't know if you all saw the video where I said that I had gone and gotten a fishing license to surprise him, that Grammy has her license too, so that we could fish together. So that was so fun. I'll have to tell you about that. And I've got to find some fish to put in the journal. Okay. All right. Let's see. I have stamps, labels. What's this? What's this one? Oh, this is going to have some stuff. These are things I made. Those are cutouts, but I want it to be cardstock. So these are, we're not going to put ladies in there. I put this because some of these were falling out. That's pretty. No idea where that came from. I don't know. I'm just going to put glue right here. And I think it came down on the birds a little bit, but we'll see. Okay. And let's find something cardstock to put in that little, these are all paper. That's kind of thick. Oh, it's a sticker. What's this? No idea where this came from. It's outdoor. It looks a little bit like the little yellow house, only it has a lot more. Okay, is that going to work? I don't know if that'll work. It's going to stick out too far. Yeah, it's going to stick out, but we'll save it because there might be another one. How are we doing? Okay, we're still okay, I think. I'm just feeling for, that's pretty. Again, no idea where it came from. This is like a calling card, an old-fashioned calling card. That'll be fun to journal stuff on. Did I tell you guys this? I can't remember. I got stung by a wasp. Did I tell you that already? So of course I always journal. Oh, that's going to be too big too. I don't even know what I'm thinking about. I always journal my firsts. Anything that's a first I journal about. So I've got to get this thing. That's pretty. We'll put that in there somewhere. I've got to get this journal done. That's fine. I like that. Okay. Those are good. Okay. It's kind of neat. Kind of oval. Mirrors that a little bit. Let's put that down. Anyways, yeah, so I like to journal firsts, and that's definitely a first for me. But I'll journal the first of the year. So I'll journal about my first butterfly. And I'll journal about ants and whatever. I think I've got that too high. I have to try to squish it down. Okay. And now this one. I think I kind of like this calling card a little bit better. Wish it wasn't so long. I think I'm just going to tear it. Give it a little ink. put it on. It's going to go right here. Oh, no. Go. I'm kind of beating the clock here. Okay. And then here's something that's torn. Oh, that's not cardstock, though. It's pretty. Get that black off of there. Okay, guys, I think we're going to do it. I think. Oh, no, we're almost out of time. Okay. Well, thank you for hanging with me. I didn't expect this to be such a fast thing, but I appreciate you so much hanging in there with me. And I wanted to tell you that you're so loved and that we pray blessings over you. I hope you guys know that. All right, so we'll come back, and once I get that journal done, put together, we'll work on that, and then it'll be time to put this in, and that'll be a lot of fun. Okay, I'm very, very excited about this challenge. Hashtag ABCApril 2025. Okay, everybody, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for all your sweet comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.